Hello everyone, this is Amit. In this video, we'll learn how you can create a HTML CSS simple website in less than 10 minutes using ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is a new artificial intelligence algorithm that has taken the world by surprise. It is freely available at openai.com, and it actually talks just like humans. I mean, basically, you ask a question in a chat and then it responds to you. But not only it can answer any question, it can even create an HTML, coding and CSS codes and so on. And so we'll give it a try and see if we can create something significant in less than 10 minutes. So let's get started. So we'll first create just a simple one-pager HTML page for resume of, let's say, some electrical engineer. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go to the site. Now, if you go to openai.com, you will have to open an account for the first time. But once you have opened the account, all it takes is just like a chat box where you ask question to ChatGPT and it just starts to respond to you. And it's pretty amazing how it can understand all the questions and context in which you're asking question. So I'm going to say basically create one page or HTML page. I can say website, but let's keep it this for, let's say, just a one pager resume site that we want to create. All right, so it'll start creating a code for us. Now, depending upon the server load and so on, sometimes it may take just a little bit of time, but you will see soon it'll start to basically give us all the code and so on. All right, so you can see that it has started to create just a tag, the HTML code for us. And so once it prints the whole thing, I'll just pause the video so that it'll be faster. All right, so you can see it is able to generate the entire HTML page just by asking that question. So if once it's done, let's go and just check. So what it did is just created a title, it created a sort of fake name, a summary, and then education, even the experience, and then also skills. What kind of skills do we have, and so on. So I'm going to copy this code now. You don't have to select the whole thing. You just simply click on the copy code, and let's go to Notepad++ and let's paste this. And I'm going to just save it as, let's just say ChatGPT, and we'll call it resume. And let's call this index.html. All right. So you can see that it has everything that you need for just an HTML page. And let me open that into Chrome and see how it looks. So it did create a pretty good basic page. Now we can update these with some CSS. So we'll just ask, rather than us finding this out, we say add some CSS to the site, and it'll soon start to create some CSS for us. And I'm going to pause the video just so that it just is faster. Currently, somehow the server seems a little slower, so it's taking just a little longer. All right, so it just went and it basically gave you the entire CSS for this. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go to our website and then just paste it. Save, and then let's refresh it. So we'll go and refresh this. And for the most part, it did pretty well, but it's still some of the other body text is not proper. So rather than us figuring this out, we can say, well, fix center all the body tags. All right, so it says, well, basically you add this. So I'm going to just simply add this part into our code. So it's right here. Save. Let's go and refresh. Right, so it's okay. Maybe we can say, well, why don't you add some nice fonts? So we can say add a Google fonts, add a fancy Google fonts for H1, H2, and H3 tags. Okay, so it'll just tell us what to do in order to get this fancy tag. Okay, so it did give us what we should be doing, but actually didn't give us the font name also. I mean, I can go to Google Fonts and pick my own fonts, but we want ChatGPT to do that work for us. So I'll say, let's see what it gives us. All right, so it gave me a list of different fonts that I can use. So I think this railway is a good one. So maybe we can try that. So I'll just copy this link in the header section. And I'll go here. And then here I'll just say, save. And then I'll also just add here this H1, H2, and H3. Right, so let's copy this. And then I already have that. So let's just take this. And then here I'll just call it save. Let's see, we update, refresh. Okay, so it did a little bit of difference, but it could have been better. So we can say, well, you know what? So it did update, and it just gave me the H1, H2, and H3 after tag to add a line. So let's try that. So we'll just put it here, and let's see what happens. All right, so that looks a little better. Finally, we can ask just to add a small picture. So add a thumbnail picture, right, for the main section. That's main title, where you can put your own picture. Okay, so it already gave us how you can add this image tag right before H1 tag. So I'm going to copy that and put it into our HTML. And then I already have an image in my folder called main. Right, let's see. Yeah, right there. So I just put just a picture there. Now it is quite big, so it needs to be reduced. And so they already given us even an image CSS so that it doesn't look really big and so on. So I'm going to copy that and paste it in here. Save, and I'll go and refresh this page. Okay. All right. So to be honest, I didn't even see what it did. Here it's just saying the width, height, and then okay, so it just puts a radius or just a circular image, which is okay. Actually, it looks better. And so you can say it's just a 12 minutes, and we already have a pretty decent, HTML page now. Of course, I can keep working and improving it, but the point that I'm trying to show here is, without coding a single line of code here, you can actually generate a pretty decent website. So that's what ChatGPT can do. Now, there are some limitations to this. In fact, let's add this font awesome LinkedIn icon at the bottom. So probably that's the last thing we'll do. So we'll say add LinkedIn font awesome icon at the bottom. Okay. So it will also give us all the code that is required to that. Okay, so it gave us what we need in order to get font awesome in the header. So I'll go and put it there. And then it also gave us now we can add right at the end this LinkedIn link. Okay, so we go all the way at the end, right before, and then just add this. And let's refresh. Now it may not look good. Oh, it's not too bad. Right here, you can see that it's already have a LinkedIn, link also, so you can add your own link. And so again, just the point of this is just to see how easy it is to generate a site without single line of code, and you can really do a lot. So are there some limitations? So definitely there are some limitations of ChatGPT. One thing which I found quite limiting is that every time you ask ChatGPT, it gives you a different answer, and so you won't be able to replicate your work. So if you're doing something and then you come back after a while and ask a continual question, then it'll give you completely different answer, or different sort of HTML code. And so again, you will need to learn HTML, CSS, and other, but this can make it your life easier by just simply just asking simple question to add things where otherwise you may have to do your own research quite a bit. And so it's not going to change all the jobs and all the work that people have been doing, but it can definitely help. And so I hope you guys enjoy this short tutorial or short demo about what ChatGPT can do. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and please add in a comment section. I plan to create some more videos like this just to try ChatGPT's capabilities. So